I'm Dustin Staples coming to you here this 3 o'clock hour. And yes, the show has finally moved back to 3 o'clock. We've had some issues moving around with other scheduling shows and a lot of other things going on right now. It's just about a little bit hot out there if you've been out and about today. Temperatures for the rest of the evening are going to be steadily falling in the low to mid 70s. So stay patient, folks. I know most of you want that fall-like weather. Tomorrow we may see a little bit of rain action coming into play. And our guest, there we go. Now we can't see your face. That works out even better now. So other than that, we'll talk with him coming up in just a few minutes. So temperatures tonight in the 60s. Chance of rain moves into overnight. We'll get back in the 70s and mix of sun and clouds for Thursday. Sorry, Wednesday. Let me make sure that's right. Tomorrow's Wednesday, not Tuesday. Things happen and anything. Let's get to our guest here this afternoon. So tell us about who you are, and let's dive right into things. Who is this gentleman here with us today?
Hello, everybody. My name is Samuel Finley. I'm a senior here at Radford, and I am graduating with a bachelor's of business administration with a concentration in management.
Okay, so not only you're doing that, you're also involved with SGA. Tell the folks about what SGA is and how'd you hear about it, why'd you get involved, and how much of an impact it's been on you.
So my position is the senator for the Davis College of Business and Economics. So I represent those who are majoring in or minoring in marketing, management, economics, finance, accounting, all those majors. I heard about. Did you ask?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I heard about it. So I'm actually kind of I was one of the kind of weird ones that I responded to an email request.
Okay.
For the most part, people get to know SGA because they meet them at club fair or in person, and they kind of fall in love with the idea of helping their students out.
Right.
But I had actually joined the SGA because of an email that was sent out, like a mass email that was looking for senators and representatives, and I was like, I'll jump on it.
So our next question we're asking is, how or why did you decide to get involved with SGA?
Well, I love the Radford community, the campus, and I felt that there was much more a need to for student representation and student involvement when it came into policy making. So I kind of felt that it was a good fit for me, and I wanted to see if I could help my fellow Radford students out.
Awesome. That's good to see there. And so what we're asking is, of course, what has you've been enjoying so far most about with student government?
Well, we've been hitting the ground running as far as we're getting our name out there and getting more interest and involvement associated with not just the SGA but also just other campus organizations. So it's been very fun to be able to volunteer for all these different kinds of events that we've had from the get-go. And it's in just getting to know people and making new friends. It's been an absolute blast.
Awesome. So, of course, our next question we're asking is, what are some of the activities that maybe you and the committee are planning for something this semester, or maybe possibly even going in the spring of 2020?
Okay. We have a lot of different routine things that we are doing. For more information, of course, you can go onto the Facebook page that the SGA promotes, the SGA Radford. Here soon we're planning for a town hall style meeting, so you can ask questions of the executive members and just a kind of a better way to receive feedback from students. So that's one of the main things that's coming up. But you just have to kind of stay tuned for we have so much rolling out that you almost need to continuously be looking on social media to catch everything.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all are such a very busy group of people, not only off campus, but as well as on campus, incorporating a lot of ideas and passing those things around. So again, what is some advice you'd possibly give, maybe to some incoming students that are here, or possibly, yourself, you're graduating later in the spring, some advice you'd kind of go back and look on, or how would you say that?
Two things. I would say that, especially for freshmen and sophomores, just because you picked a major doesn't mean that that's the one that you have to stick with. And don't be afraid to explore yourself and find out what really interests you. And if you need to make a change, don't be afraid to switch majors if that's what you feel like you need to do. Because I came into Radford with a pre-nursing major, and I got I was actually starting to work on my nursing degree when I decided to switch into business administration. So will it potentially set you back? It could, but your future self will appreciate it down the line. And what was the other? Oh, also, this is something that really doesn't get heated too often, but get out and get to know other organizations on campus, especially that you're interested in, and it doesn't just have to be sport related or like student government. It can be all kinds of things. If you like putting on radio shows, or if that interests you, if editing student media is something that interests you, or just like becoming part of like a interest group and stuff like like board games and stuff. There's all kinds of interest groups and student organizations that are it makes up a really important fabric of this community. So just check out different organizations.
Yeah, especially last year, just coming as a freshman, I kind of had an idea what I was going to get involved in. It's the research prior to that, and now here I'm a year in the second year running a regional station manager for a radio station. Never thought in my mind ever would have come to that, but like I said, getting involved is a big priority. I'd say to not only everybody, mostly freshmen, but most everybody too. So
absolutely.
Our next and other question, of course, something with I guess some advice of joining SGA. What is the benefits if one member says this sounds interesting? What would be one takeaway from it? You'd say.
I'd say one of the best takeaways is that you're able. It really, honestly, it improves your interpersonal skills tremendously. It's your ability to be able to work, with people on a team, but also to pull information from students and faculty alike, and be able to form that into real tangible legislation that can actually impact future generations of Radford students. So I would say interpersonal skills, not just friendships, but also professional skills that you can take on to business, to future business and academic endeavors.
Awesome. So now we're switching gears to another organization that you're currently part of. Not only you do SGA, we also could partner with the Baptist Collegiate Ministries. So let's tell the folks what that is. And
actually, it's a national organization that that a lot of different campuses have. But here at Radford, it's basically a community of Christian believers who get together in fellowship and just praise God, and do that in a collegiate setting where you might know some other students or members of the community, and you just, it's all about kind of building and growing your faith in Jesus.
Right. So how did you hear about it? And is this something that you said, hey, I want to get involved with?
I was actually invited. I think it was like a year before I even decided to come back to Radford. I was invited by one of my buddies, Kevin, who was really big into the BCM, and just his persistent asking me to come and check it out. I eventually took him up on the offer and just really fell in love with the group of men and women that were a part of it. So that's kind of where I heard, and then it kind of took some initiative on my part just to continuously come back and
Yeah, so why is this such an impactful thing, not only to you, but to the community?
It gives you an ability to recharge spiritually, especially in an environment that tends to sometimes demoralize or stress you out, and as far as academics and planning for your professional growth go. It's a way to kind of recharge and fellowship with other imperfect, yet very, very awesome believers, and just be able to succeed in doing that. So
awesome. Of course, good advice passing on right there. Yep. Our next question we're going to ask you, it seems like this is like a laundry list of questions we have here, but this is good information for those who are listening right now. And so maybe what are some of the activities that maybe the organization that you're planning, again, same thing, maybe for the fall or spring semester, or what are activities you are planning on?
We have weekly worship services at 7:30 on Thursdays. Did I ever say that? Yeah, Thursdays at 7:30 at the BCM, which is right across the street from Washington Hall, kind of right there next to Moffett Lawn. We have a big green door. You can't miss us. But that's kind of our flagship program. We're also offering Bible studies on Monday nights and potentially Wednesday nights. Just stay tuned for that. But a lot of different things. One of our most student-friendly or student-favorite things we do have monthly free pancake nights. Where, we just give out free pancakes. Syrup, everything is all provided. So, and there's no catch. Just come on by for free pancakes. Normally, it's a late night event, and we advertise that pretty immensely once that date comes. I think the next one should be early October. I think it'll be like the first Friday of October.
Okay.
So stay tuned for more.
Yeah, awesome. It sounds like I'm very hungry now to getting pancakes later for breakfast. But anyway.
And they're good pancakes.
Yeah.
I know the cook. He makes them good. You've tried them.
I have not, though. They sound pretty good. We'll take it out when we get there as well.
Yeah.
But, and of course, we're going to come to a conclusion with all these questions we've been asking, but like a lot of important information. So what are some ways that people can, I guess, get involved, maybe off campus or maybe on campus? Someone's listening to this right now. How can they do so?
What I would do is I would chisel you out some free time in your schedule to sit down and look at the Radford homepage and Google student organizations, and you will find a plethora of different interest groups and organizations that really fit the interest of basically everything that's out there. So I would do that. I would talk to people, especially upperclassmen,
right,
and to just kind of keep your eyes up and your ears perked up, because there's always advertising going on from these different organizations.
All right. So we're going to start wrapping this interview up here. Of course, we're going to go back to SG just 1 minute. For those who are maybe trying to get in contact with y'all, are you on social media? And of course, I think you briefly mentioned that, but do you know the handles where they can follow and like you all?
I can look it up right now.
Okay. Well, while he's doing that, folks, we'll just play a little bit of Jeopardy music in the meantime. No, but other than that, so again, if you're listening to this right now, either on Instagram or live here on RadioFreeRadford.com, I would highly suggest getting involved only with student government. But again, if your calling is for going to possibly through the ministry field, go ahead over and check out the BCM. And so now you have those social media platforms. What are they? How can I check them out?
So we're on Facebook. You can just Google SGA Radford, and we should be one of the first things that pops up. We're also on the Instagram. It's Radford SGA is our handle, and I think we have a Twitter, but I don't know the handle for that. So I would just visit those two sites first and just send us a message, and we can give you all the information you could possibly want.
Okay, and of course for BCM, are they on social media or just website based right now?
We are on social media. We're on Facebook. We do have an Instagram account, and most of the social media we use is through Facebook.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go, Sam. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been quite an honor speaking with you. And, of course, you can check out this interview. We're going to upload this, I promise you, today in just a few minutes.
Do it.
I will. We're going to get that out there, share the word, tag student government, tag BCM, and a lot of other things. And they can share this organizational web platform and a lot of other things as well. We're going to quickly wrap the show up about 45 minutes early today. We have some more shows scheduled. Head over to RadioFreeRadford.com. You can check out all of the latest shows that are airing right now as we're speaking to you. We're going to get you back to some of your favorite hits playing right now. Until the meantime, I'm Dustin Staples. I'll be back with you tomorrow.